Today we use technology for nearly everything, but what would you do if you didn't have it? All this month in a special series, ABC 7's Kate Flexter is taking a look at what it's like to live without technology. And tonight that series continues with a focus on computers.
Liftoff. Whether you're watching a rocket take off from Cape Canaveral, visiting the doctor's office, or even checking out at the store, computers run it all. The first computer was larger than a room. Now they're so small you can carry one under your arm. But that small device holds its own world. Entire communities and relationships exist on the internet. The phrase "Google it" is so mainstream it's been added to the dictionary. And any of the world's wonders or questions are literally just a click away. But for Ed Gross, that wasn't always the case. He had never even used a computer until he was 43.
I mean, when I first started playing with computers, back in the early days, I was amazed, and I still am amazed at what we can accomplish.
30 years later, he teaches computer classes to the elderly at the Sarasota Friendship Center, and he says it can be hard for his older students to adapt.
I've had a few students that have literally thrown up their arms and given up and left the class, but most of them stick with it and they learn.
When he looks back on his life before computers, he can't help but wonder if something's been lost along the way.
Everything is just now, and everything has to just go. And in earlier times, it didn't have to go so fast. Why is everybody in a hurry to do everything?
One philosopher said of technology, people will be hearers of many things and will have learned nothing. They will appear to be omniscient, but will generally know nothing. That philosopher was Socrates, and the technology he was talking about was writing. 2,000 years later, some say that still holds true, but now with computers. Studies show the highest-ranking education systems in the world are also the least likely to use the internet in their lessons.
So your first one, stage one, should just be right here.
But at Riverview High School, technology is a part of everyday life in the classroom, and students say it really helps.
It's more of a visual thing where if you're having trouble, you can draw it out.
It teaches us really how to use it for more than just entertainment.
Astronomy teacher Jason Mockerman says using technology is part of preparing students for life in the modern world. He admits it can be a distraction, but says there's a balance to be found.
Students are going to be distracted whether they have a tablet in front of them or not, whether they have their phones in their hands or not. They'll doodle, they'll daydream, they'll put their heads down. And so the level of engagement has to start first with the relationship between the teacher and the student.
That relationship between teacher and student is something Mockerman says technology will never replace. But when it's used the right way, he says it can enhance each student's experience.
Having the technology is not what's going to make you a great teacher or give you the best chance of success in the classroom. How you use the technology is going to define who you are.